Hello Year 8. Today's lesson is, can I use silence to create minimalism? By the end of today's lesson, you will have developed your musical listening skills, you will have learned how to play tubular bells, and you will also be able to arrange and improve an existing piece of music. Throughout this lesson, you must follow the PowerPoints and complete the tasks given throughout. All of your tasks will be available to complete in your booklets. Listen to the music and answer the following questions. Remember to use key musical terminology. Question number 1. Describe the dynamics at the beginning of the piece. Question number 2. Write 2 ways in which the piece of music creates feelings of tension. Question number 3. Write down 2 compositional techniques used, for example, layering. Question number 4. Write down 2 things that you thought made this piece of music effective. And question number 5. What aspects of this could be used in our performances and compositions? Please pause the video now. I'd like you to go and get a different coloured pen to do the marking. If you have got these answers correct, I would like you to give yourself a tick. If you are missing anything, I would like you to write in what you are missing. Please pause the video now. I'd like you to go and get a different coloured pen. We will mark these questions next lesson, as I am planning on having a discussion about this. Please pause the video now. Using page number 5, I would like you to write down the key information about minimalism. You can either do this as a spider diagram, or you can bullet point the information. Please pause the video now. I would now like you to go on to show my homework and open the link next to virtual piano. If you have a piano or a keyboard at home, you are more than welcome to use this instead. I would like you to continue practicing the Tubular Bells melody. Remember, when you are practicing, you need to practice it very slowly. Break the melody up into 3 sections, as what you can see below. And play the melody non-stop without mistakes for 1 minute, and then you can move on to the next task. Remember, if you practice slowly, you have more chance of playing it correctly each time. Please pause the video now. Now that you've mastered the melody to Tubular Bells, it's time to change it using minimalist techniques. I would like you to focus on the following: using silence, using repetition, and using dynamic contrast. I would like you to write down your ideas onto page 27 of your booklet. I have given you an example of how you can write down your ideas below. For example, silence. You could only play the bass line for 8 bars. Then after that, you could only add in the melody after. For repetition, maybe you could repeat E, C, E, D, E, B, C, E for 8 bars before going into the main melody. For dynamic contrast, you can play the first 4 bars pianissimo, then you can play the next 4 bars fortissimo. As a challenge, I would like you to notate your ideas using pitches and rhythms. Please pause the video now. Just by taking out the melody, harmony and chords, we can feel tension as the music sounds empty. Using silence this way can help capture the listener's attention and make them feel the tension. What other ways can we use silence in our music? How could you put them into your arrangement of tubular bells? Please pause the video now. We can gradually layer on different parts to our arrangements to build up the tension. Again, we are using silence here by keeping out the harmony and chords. This will build up the anticipation of the listener, as they do not know what is going to happen next. Is layering instruments the only way to create tension? What if you took away half a bar of notes and replaced them with rests? Would the silence create even more tension? Please pause the video now. Repetition is a key compositional technique in minimalism. You can take any section of Tubular Bells and repeat it over and over again. This can be done with the melody, the harmony, the chords, and the bass line. Just be mindful of the time signature that you are going to use. In this example, I have chosen to use 4/4 as I felt it suited the repetition. I have repeated E, C, E, D, E, B, C, E, as well as repeating the A minor chord and an A note at the bottom. I could even take the A note at the bottom and put it into the bass clef. Once you've repeated a section, how could you make it even better? Could you add in dynamics and articulations? Please pause the video now. I have used extreme dynamics in this example to jump from pianissimo to fortissimo. I have done this to surprise the listener. Using extreme dynamics can be effective when used. Please pause the video now. It's now time to do your compositions. Write down your ideas on page 27 of your booklet. I have given you an example of how you could write down your ideas below using words. Please pause the video now. I would now like you to complete Activity 2.7, the plenary. Have a look back through all of the work that you've done today. Think of 2 things that you did well and 1 thing that you could improve. I have added some questions on the right-hand side here for you to ask yourselves in case you get stuck on what to write for your what went wells and your even better ifs.